that you? Float, is that you? Your float just went down, dude. Yeah, I think he's still on it. It's sitting low. He's sitting low. Yeah, he's got it, bro. That looks like a snake, dude. That's a snake. It's a snake. Oh, it's a monster, dude. Get your net, bro. Get your net. That's a monster. Look at that. Look at that beast. Yeah, dude.
Hey folks, Steve Camboris here, otherwise known as Cambo Trout. How you doing? Me personally, I'm recovering from Achilles tendon surgery after I jacked it up, tore it completely, going up a warped wall, you know, American Ninja style. So I'm sitting here with this. I'm not going to be doing much fishing for at least the next couple weeks. None at all, actually. So I thought I'd dedicate this video today to a topic that, if I did it any later, wouldn't be pertinent anymore. But you all have asked about a lot, and that's two things in one. One, how to catch snakehead using just basically minnows, and two, how to catch them when it's cold out in your winter months. So I'm going to go through the gear really quickly because there's not much to the gear. It's basically hook and bobber fishing, but there are some little nuances that I'll run over with you. And then I'll go straight into understanding what the snakehead are doing. Insofar as we understand them so far, they're still a relatively new species, what they're doing through the seasons. So you not only understand what gear you need, but where to actually target them. That's going to be the goal of today's video. So let's start with the gear. Now, this is my standard go-to rig when I'm snakehead fishing. This is a Penn Fierce 2 rod and reel combo. It's a great rod and reel, period, but especially for the price. I'm looking into the Penn Fierce 3, haven't tried it yet. If you have, let me know. Now the line I use is usually anywhere between a 20 and 30 pound braid. Some guys like 50. I've done very well with 20 or 30. If you want to use 50, use 50. Now, once you get down to the rig itself, you want a nice, large, easily seen float. And one of the reasons you want it to be a larger float, like this is probably as small as you should go right here, is because when you're snakehead fishing, you want to use large minnows, the biggest minnows you can get your hands on. I mean, even small white perch and bluegill do very well. But I generally prefer to use the big bull minnows, otherwise known as mummy chogs, banded killifish. There's a few different names in that same family of bait fish. Now on this particular rig right here, I do have a barrel swivel that goes from the main line on the left, my left, down to about 6 to 8 inches, and that's braid. That's not monofilament leader, that's braid. I have never thus far experienced snakehead where I fish for them being line shy, so there's no need to use any kind of mono right there. And because it's so short, I don't have any tangles, anything like that. And that goes down, for me, to a number 2 octopus hook. Do you have to use that? No. If you want to use bigger, great. Especially because if you can't find the nice big minnows, what you will want to use is even 2 or even 3 minnows on the hook at the same time. Those snakeheads still love it. Absolutely love it. So that's the gear, folks. The gear is not complicated. You can use bait casting, you can use spin casting, use a float that's easily seen, big enough for you to be able to hold up large bait fish or multiple minnows with it. And it's going to be fished about 6 to 18 inches under a float, unless it's later in the year like we're talking about, where I've gone as probably running it as deep as about 3.5 feet. Now, here's one big caveat. The areas that I fish for snakehead most are shallow water areas. Like there are rivers where the maximum depth is probably about 8 or 10 feet, and even those spots are very few and far between. Most of the areas I fish, the channels are only going to be about 4 to 5 feet deep. Now what I've seen, this is my experience in the waters that I fish, so it's going to be more pertinent probably to Maryland's eastern shore than anywhere else, but if it helps you, here we go. In the fall, as the grasses, the weeds, the spatterdock, the pads, as all that begins to die, the snakehead, in my experience, seem to start to move towards drop-offs and ledges on the edges of those pad fields. So I've done a video on how to catch late fall snakehead. If you want to go watch that, give that a watch. Caught a lot of bass and crappie and everything else that day too. It was a great day. But anyway, late fall, they begin to transition, and once it becomes winter, if it's extremely cold, like ice on the water cold, that's when snakeheads seem to go into their torpor or their quasi-hibernation period, where they go to the bottom and either sit on it or burrow into the soft mud and pretty much stay there until it warms up. However, if you have a warmer winter like we did this year, if you're able to chain together a 2 or 3 day warming spell, the afternoons on that second or third day of a warming spell can actually produce some snakehead, even in the winter. And that's basically what I did in this video today that we're going to get to after I've gone through this tutorial portion of the video. So, what have we covered so far? We covered the gear. Very simple. When you hit that fall transition, the snakehead begin to leave the pad fields and transition to deeper water. That's how you're going to target them as it transitions to winter, is to target those deeper water areas wherever you happen to be. I usually, when it's cold out, don't get snakehead bites until the afternoon once the water's warmed up. I'll usually spend my day, like you'll see in the video today, catching largemouth, crappie, other fish that are willing to bite in those colder waters in the earlier parts of the day. And I'll usually get my snakehead later in the afternoon, from about 1 o'clock up to about 5 o'clock p.m. when it's, January, February, early March time frame. Those afternoons are usually going to be best for you. That's when the water warms up and the fish start becoming more active. I think that pretty much covers it all, folks. What I wanted to give you was the basics of the gear you need for it, which again is very simple. I'll leave some links to some of the different minnow vendors that you can look up in the video description here. And I've given you a basic concept of what I believe and what I've observed in terms of snakehead behavior as they transition from late fall to winter and how to catch them during that period. Now we're coming up into the beginning, almost approaching middle of March. That's going to begin the transition to a springtime bite, which is a little bit different. It's going to do that pretty soon. So hopefully I'll make a follow-on video about how to get them in the spring as well. But if you have any questions, anything I didn't answer, let me know. Other than that, well, let's get to the actual fishing action that I had during this winter outing for snakehead. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. And y'all have a good one. One more thing, folks, I almost forgot. Keep an eye out on March 22nd. That's when one of our new projects at Chesapeake Outdoor Sports. I'll leave a link in the description to the Facebook page. That's when we're going to be posting our first video with me and many other YouTubers here in the Delmarva area. So keep an eye out for that on March 22nd and check the link in the description below. Now, let's get to the fishing. I'm out here today, folks, at my buddy Butch Huber. Now, he is another Maryland YouTube angler, so if you want to see some more snakehead action and other action from around Maryland, follow his channel, link in the description, Real All-American Fishing. Check it out, folks.
Jesus. Something had it. If you let it go. My rod just jerked. There he is. Got him. It's not very big, whatever it is. I think it's small bass. Yeah. Don't you know y'all are supposed to be dead? Oh, man. You know, it's one thing when an old minnow comes off on the cast. Oh, GoPro, start recording. That's a nice bass. That's a nice bass. Come on. Show me that mouth. There you are. There she is. Nice little chunk. Look at the back on her. What a little beauty. And I still can't find the snakes, but at least they're getting a little bit bigger. All right, you. Oh, that feels nice. Probably another bass. Yeah, another bass. Come here, you. A little beauty. Another little beauty. There she is. That's a fish. Feels like a bass. There's so many bass in here, man. Feels like another decent one too. Oh man. Or is that a pickerel? That might be a pickerel. Yep, that's a pickerel. Uh-oh. There you go. Hey, 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 watch it now.
Now in the past I've used a calming technique on snakehead that seems to work fairly well. I thought I'd try it here on this pickerel. Doesn't go as well.
The calm down trick doesn't work with the pickerel. Might work with snakes, but it doesn't work with pickerel. There's species number 2 for the day. Little pickerel, about 18 inches. That's your rascal. Gone now.
So by now, folks, it was about 1 o'clock, and honestly, Butch and I had just about given up on the snakehead. But on the way back, we saw one rise right out in the channel, and that's what keyed us in to these fish being deeper in the channels in this winter pattern.
All right, time to start paying attention. Thought for sure to come out here and be like, all right, I tried. Damn if I didn't get a bite. Doesn't mean it was a snake necessarily, but I sure wish I was paying better attention. Is that you? Float? Is that you? Your float just went down, dude. Yeah, I think he's still on it. It's sitting low. He's sitting low. Yeah, he's got it, bro.
GoPro, stop recording.
Yes! Yes! That looks like a snake, dude. That's a snake. It's a snake. Hell yeah. Look at those head shakes. Look at those big old head shakes. Oh, it's a monster, dude. Get your net, bro. Get your net. That's a monster. Oh, I got you on video, bro. Oh, it's a nice one, dude. Hell yeah. All right, you got him. Look at that. Look at that beast. Yeah, dude. That's a solid snake, man. Hell yeah. Oh, I just saw another one rise. That's worth it right there. That is worth getting crossed up. Oh, nice, man. Nice fish. That's another nice one too, dude. Damn. You got it. You got it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Damn it. Son of a... Damn. Thought it was finally time. That was definitely a snake. I saw the bubbles and everything. Only good thing I can say is that I never felt him, so he didn't feel me. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Float down, float down. There he is. Oh! Oh, that hurt, man. That really hurt. He bent the hook straight. Yeah. Oh, GoPro, stop recording. All right, please, God, let this be it. All right, I got a fish on. It feels like head shakes. I can't tell yet. Yep. Yep, that's what it is. That was really close to being my first snake skunk of 2019, man. Perilously close. Come here, you. Yes. Ha-ha. Whew. Oh, that was a close call, dude. There she is. Yes. Oh, I saw that.
Well, that, folks, pretty much wrapped it up. As you can see, we had a great day. The early bite was dominated by the bass, exceptionally so. And we had almost honestly given up on the snakehead bite. And then, as we were on the way out, like I said, we saw those risers in the middle, those snakehead coming up to gulp air. We tried the channel for that deep water winter pattern, and I'm not lying to you, folks, that's what pulled it through for us. Thanks for watching. Questions or comments, let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.